going crazy. She's going so stir crazy. She's stuck in this house. Poor Eva. Took your advice.
You can hold this one.
Okay.
And then mine over here.
Okay, mommy have to cook. We still need to eat.
No. I don't want you to jump over this on a trampoline, honey.
I want.
Okay. Let's play. You want to play another game?
Yeah.
Okay. How's it going, guys? My name's Matt. I'm cycling around the world sometimes. A recumbent trike. But I'm in China right now. If you guys don't know, I normally do travel vlogs as I cycle around the world. My trike is in Kuala Lumpur. I just got news that Kuala Lumpur is soon going to probably block flights from China. So I might be cut off from my trike for some time.
Daddy, look.
Yeah. You're very good.
Daddy, you can try.
I can try? Okay. Let's see. If you guys don't know, I'm in China. I came back to actually help Annie move into a new apartment with Eva. But that sort of got dashed when this whole coronavirus started flaring up. So I sort of... So I sort of changed. As a matter of fact, this room is normally her playroom, but it's become a staging area for the upcoming move. Where's your T-Rex, honey? Eva loves dinosaurs. Like after my own heart loves dinosaurs. Because I loved the dinosaurs when I was a kid. The T-Rex is outside, honey, by the trampoline. Anyway, so I had... Right outside, baby. I had planned to do like sort of a little mini tour of the city to show you what it looks like here. Annie's really nervous to leave. Last night I had crazy dreams all this morning and I... Alright, hold on. I'm not going to get anywhere with this conversation right now. Let's pick it up later. Anyways, how's it going? How are you feeling?
I don't know.
Mixture of craziness?
Yes.
Frustrated?
Yes.
Sad? Not sad.
Just frustrated.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any plan to go out and you won't let to go out.
Yeah.
And I feel like leave my family here and they don't want to go and stuff.
It would be nice if we could all go together. Annie's family, we wanted them to go to the USA with us, but they're like, what did your brother say about China? What did he say? In Chinese.
China survive, I survive.
China die?
I die.
No thanks. Listen, if this was going on in USA and it was an opportunity for us to go to China, I would go to China.
I want to.
Huh?
Mommy, I don't know. It's so complicated. I feel like when China had a problem, left the country behind.
You're not leaving China. You're making it so that you can come back nice and healthy. This is a good thing for China. You leaving China right now is a good thing.
No.
Yes, if we can leave in the first place. We have earliest flight we got is February 1st, so it's a couple of days away.
Say the same thing.
No, honey, you're smart.
No.
Don't be tied to a country just because it's got your flag.
I love my country.
It's good to love your country, but you got to be smart. If this thing does blow up, it could be a big problem.
I have to have confidence to wait. But the thing is, everybody is shutting down their air flight.
Yeah.
Tell American government open until 2 weeks later, and then I make a decision.
Yeah. If we had time to wait a week and kind of see how things go, but if we wait a week, we might get completely, there might be no way out. So, Annie and Eva.
But still have chance. I don't know. So don't ask me. As a Chinese person who love their country a lot, I don't want to leave.
But leaving and staying doesn't have anything to do with your love of country.
Yes.
It's not like you're abandoning China.
I like to
Dad,
do stuff.
what's
But
the
take Eva.
Dad,
Take Eva. You guys go.
You come too.
go to shopping now.
You're gonna go shopping?
Yeah,
What are you gonna buy?
Dad, you go there.
I can't ride that thing, I'll break it.
Okay. You wait to me. You go in first.
Okay,
Wait to me. Book, okay?
okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later, alligator.
See you later.
I just don't see how you could be loyal to a country based on this kind of a... It's not like we're at war or anything. Patriotism doesn't matter. It's a sickness. Booyah! What?
You broke him.
Oh no, it's just paint from the paint. Booyah! One, two, three. Booyah!
Booyah! Booyah! Booyah! Booyah! You have to rest very good to not too much excitement, okay? So
tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 1 a.m. Got to be at the airport. We'll have get to the airport a little early, and then we'll have to be checked through, and they're going to check us for any viruses or coughs or anything. Hopefully nobody gets like something stuck in their throat. A few of you asked what I use, what we're spraying everything with. This is the stuff. Did you get this off Taobao?
Mama.
not Taobao, one friend in England.
Okay. So it's regarded pretty
Daddy,
highly.
I get you pink duck already.
You ate it?
No, I'm not ate it.
She want the egg white.
Yeah, I know.
She want the egg white.
Why is this such a hard decision for you to make? I don't understand it.
Because also have chance on the way. It's kind of risk.
Yeah.
Because I know if I stay in, there's no risk.
But if you stay in, there's still a risk.
No risk.
Somebody delivers food to the house. Maybe there's something on a bag. Maybe there's something that somebody else has handled. I think there's more risk staying in this zone than getting out. But you're right, there is a risk in the flight itself. But once we're finished with the flight, we're home free. Okay, I have some free time here. So, last night I was really worried. I was thinking about what to do if the World Health Organization decides to classify this thing as a global or international pandemic. Then our chances of being able to leave if we want to are going to be very slim. Ideally, you could wait a week and see how things go, but in a week we might not be able to get out of here. So I wrote a list of pros and cons for staying, pros and cons for leaving, and I gave them to Annie, and I said, listen, I'm going to pause my tour, the cycle tour, and a continuation of any of my personal trips until we're all safe, until we're, China is clear of this situation. What do you want to do? If you want to stay here, I'll stay with you. If you want to leave, we can go to America. We thought of different things, maybe even going to Bali, but Indonesia, if this does go bad in Indonesia, if Indonesia runs its course with this disease, Indonesia's health system and infrastructure I don't think is reliable enough, as opposed to, say, America. So we're still kind of figuring out. Started go to LA, stay in San Diego, then it was go to LA, then to Detroit, now it's go to Chicago and Hong Kong to Chicago, and then stay in Chicago and ride to Detroit, which is where my family is. And I think that's where we're settling. We're probably going to stay in Detroit metro area for the foreseeable future. My trike, thankfully, I'll have to call the hotel where it's at and let them know about this, but it's very safely stored at a really nice hotel in Kuala Lumpur. That's good to know. I don't have any connection here. Annie is going to have to leave her family across the street. Nieces and nephews, they don't want to come. They have some strange patriotic connection to China. They're like, if China goes bad, I'm going to go bad with China. I don't understand it. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I told Annie, I says, your daughter's half American, you're with me, we're gonna go. And patriotism or not, I don't even think of this as a patriotic issue. I think of this as simply a logical issue. But it was very interesting to hear that argument from her and her family. That's a very interesting thing to see, because that's not really a normal argument I'd hear from Annie. And even Annie was feeling bad. She was like, Matthew, I want you to tell them, her family, that you're taking us. It's your decision. It's not my decision. I don't want to be on the hook for having all of us go to China and have my family think that I'm bailing on China. I'm bailing them to the United States from China. If that's all I got to do, that's fine. I don't know if I'll be able to make another video like the one I wanted, which is kind of going around the city. I think tomorrow is our last day here. Day after tomorrow, 1 a.m., we're going to go to the airport. We have our flight's at 7, but we're going to go like 6 hours early. And apparently there's a bunch of health checks and things that we have to do at the airport. I'll take you along. It's going to be hectic, so I don't know how easy it's going to be for me to pull the camera out at every moment, but I will try. You guys have watched me know I tend to I tend to be able to capture things. Whatever the case, we're going to put it together when we go. I reached out to some of my friends in Southeast Michigan, but it's late when we kind of decided on it, and so I'm waiting for word back from family and stuff, see if we can arrange a place to stay. We're looking at an Airbnb and a whole bunch of different things. My mentor, Chris, actually has a few houses that he can rent out. Hopefully they're available and we can kind of just settle in. We have no real end point. We've kind of set this as probably a month. We are strategizing how to get on the plane. We're strategizing what to do. We've got business class seats, so we're all the way in the business class section, wider seats, bigger area, more isolation from the crowd of people on the plane. We have going to wear separate sets of clothes so that when we go through the airport, all of that chaos, we're going to strip out of those clothes with masks, redo new masks for the flight to Hong Kong. Again, do the same thing for the flight to the USA. Once we get to the USA, I'm not sure, but I don't think we'll be quarantined. I think the people from Wuhan are quarantined, but I don't think, unless there's a health problem in the plane, I don't think that we'll be quarantined. In which case, I think what we're intending to do is sort of self-quarantine. We're going to find a place to stay, settle down for a week or more, and let this thing kind of make sure none of us have any sort of cold or anything. And I mean, I think we'll be pretty good. My whole family's full of nurses, and so we'll be able to integrate with them. They'll know how to treat the situation and make sure that they'll be protected when they meet us. So that will be nice. A lot of you told me to shave my face. I did that today, and geez, a lot of you. Wear gloves. Where's the gloves? Wear the gloves. Wear the gloves. Put on your mask. Put on a mask. Shave the beard. Get rid of the beard. Personally, I think that it's not necessarily about the perfect hermetic seal. I think it's about making sure that if somebody coughs, it lands on the mask and not in your mouth. But I also found a pair of cycling glasses. They're not goggles, but they are glasses. I'll wear them to the airport. We're going to take precautions, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of sit down because Eva's going a little bit stir crazy. It'll be nice to get her in the USA where she'll have a yard to run around in and a little bit of freedom to kind of get out of the house. And we're going to pack up tomorrow. If it's possible tomorrow, I'd like to take a drive around. There's a bunch of areas that are closed up. I'd like to show them to you. And I did kind of lay out an idea for question and answer, and it would be nice to do that here before I leave. But as long as it's safe. It's difficult to travel if you're going to a country that requires a visa often. But in this case, Annie and Eva, and actually all of Annie's family, have 10-year visas, each one with a duration of 180 days between renewing the visa. We have these visas. We have the opportunity to go to America. I'm American. So all the situation is such that we have the capabilities to go. So it's not like we had to wait for a visa and we're trying to get everything arranged. Everything is pretty much arranged, and the pieces of the puzzle are set in place for us to take an easy trip to the United States. I still think that whatever this does, it has a very high probability that it wouldn't affect us very much here, but it'll have a much less probability of it affecting us in the USA than here in China. And over the course of the next couple of weeks, it could become a real problem. And I would much rather be in the United States when whatever happens, happens. And yeah. What are you doing?
I hear something.
It's fireworks. Setting off fireworks today. Ordinarily, today would be Fortune Buddha Day. I'm butchering the name of the day, but there's a significance to today. Normally you set off fireworks at night and it will bring you good fortune for the next year. The whole Chinese New Year celebration is typically full of events, dinners, and fireworks and meaningful symbolism every day, and it just seems so odd. I think that this whole Chinese New Year is just going to be sort of flushed down the toilet. What are you doing?
Daddy,
What?
what's me put all that stuff in here?
She's got Yoda voice.
Rather than
You with me play?
I want you with me play painting. Please, Dad.
Do you want me to go paint with you?
Yeah.
Say, paint with me, Daddy.
Paint with me, Daddy. Daddy, 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 Daddy. Look at here, okay?
You're so silly. All right, so while I paint with my daughter, maybe I can answer some of the questions. There was some comments that you guys made, and I kind of wanted to touch on them. And if I don't get a chance to do that tomorrow in the outside, I'd at least like to touch on some. Some of you said the virus can infect through the eyes as well, and that's true. The virus can go through the eyes and the mouth in targeting like the lungs, and I think the majority of the effects is sort of like a pneumonia effect on the lungs. And you were asking me why weren't you wearing glasses, and I was not wearing glasses in the videos, and now I am. But my biggest argument against it, and it's not a huge argument, it's not, I know it doesn't make 100% sense to a lot of people listening, but the virus isn't airborne. It doesn't float around in the air unless it's actually coughed or sneezed out of a mouth. So they say if you sneeze, the sneeze can't go more than 3 meters, like about 10 feet. So as long as you can stay that far away, if somebody sneezes, you can get the hell out of Dodge, and distance yourself away. I mean, obviously at the airport we won't have an opportunity. That's why being locked inside an airplane is tough. That's why everybody should wear a mask. And so masks serve double duty. First of all, if you think you might be infected, it keeps the infection from being coughed out and spread around, but it also stops it from penetrating through. Coronavirus, and that's another thing. One of you have said that this is an engineered virus. I got somebody email me the patent for a coronavirus and said this is the coronavirus that is infecting people in China. It was stolen from a laboratory in Canada. Was one. It was developed in a laboratory in Wuhan, where there's a viral institute. There is in fact a viral institute, viral studies institute in laboratory in Wuhan. Listen, you don't know, I don't know, we don't know, and going down conspiracy theory lane doesn't do anybody any good. Will we know the truth if it is some sort of crazy conspiracy? Probably not, because like it or not, China is very secret, and a lot of people maybe are calling me a shill, or maybe calling me sort of like a communist apologist or something like that. I simply talk about what I can see, what I can observe, and what I can read, and what is dependably, okay, this is factual. When I look at where it came from a wet market that was full of different species and are mingling. I've been to wet markets like this in China, it is not a stretch of imagination that in one of these places you could concoct something pretty damn bad. I don't put it past the narrative of a disease coming out of a wet market. Do I think that there is a zero possibility that this might have been an engineered pathogen?
Talk that.
What?
Don't talk.
Why?
Cause that is only for people talk to Fennel.
People talk to who?
Fennel.
Final? My friends are here. I'm talking to my friends. They're inside the camera.
What?
Yeah, you see? See all the people in there?
No.
Yeah, there's many people inside there.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
They're in there. They're right there. You don't see them? Hey, don't paint the camera. Anyways, I think it could come from anything. I don't think finding the source of where this thing comes helps anybody right now anyways. Down the road, maybe. But right now we're trying to deal with the after effects of it. That's just my take. I don't think that's helpful. So, spreading conspiracy theories that are unfounded.
No, we is painting.
We're painting. You're talking to the people?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell the people what you're doing.
Now we is painting.
Okay. Then what are we going to do?
Just paint.
Just paint. It's been a lot of painting.
A lot of work.
A lot of work?
My work is staffing. Now.
And also, for those of you that are saying, oh, I'm not taking this serious, or that I'm kind of making a joke out of it. Well, if you know me at all, you know I'm a very glasses half full kind of guy, and I try to look on the bright side of things as much as possible. I'm nervous, and I'm concerned, but I'm also trying to not be paranoid and not be hysterical. There's no positive aspect to getting hysterical, and level heads are the ones that prevail. So I'm trying to have a level head about this whole thing. I think that's the right thing to do. Am I concerned? Yes. Could it be something horrible? Yes. Are there other people that are in worse circumstances? A, because they're in rural places, or B, because they're in tightly packed cities? Yes. There are more difficult circumstances. I'm lucky to be where I'm at, and I'm very thankful for that. So if you're out there in a tough spot, good luck, Jayoe, and I have utmost faith in you. Just take it day by day, and try to keep you and the people you care about safe. That's the most important thing. I don't want to get carried away. I think that there is no good that comes of that.